With the revival of the punk metal teacher, I actually kinda hope she takes it on board and rolls with it, because, let's be honest, it wasn't that bad. In fact, some would say it was quite nice. But of course, since we've now finished off that little personal arc, who are we going to be focusing on now? If nothing else, there's some fun times with your friends. And some music. Honestly, what can I complain about? Shall we get started? Ah, I forgot that it was meant to be incredibly blistering hot. Yeah, that's not something I would want to be doing in excessive heat. If you wonder what she's doing, she's complaining. That's what she's doing. Oh, and barely keeping grip on life itself. But even when it is too hot to breathe, when the floor itself burns your feet, there's no way she's putting down guitar, even if it would kill her. But no matter if it is... But no matter what the temperature is where you are at the minute, make sure to stay hydrated, but especially so if it is really warm. Heat stroke and the like is not fun. And you can't enjoy the music if you are passed out on the pathway outside. And other than just battling the heat, I can't remember anything about the preview, so... No matter what the weather, we find a way to complain about it. Even when it is incredibly mild. Too hot for that, isn't it? Hmm. You know it's far too warm if she can't even play around. Perfect. Oh no. Ah, that's fine. It's good that they're still keeping care of the turtle. Don't tap on the glass though. Well, you can, but... Oh, that's what she meant. It's less of a medical procedure than I was thinking, so... Yes, of course, Mio would be up there as one of the first ones to join in, wouldn't she? Oh. I wondered what the plan was there. It would be cool for all of what? 30 seconds? Hopefully the water doesn't get too warm. You don't want turtle soup. They don't even need to lose weight. Come on now. This is getting... I see their playing hasn't been affected. Is that the wrong answers? All of the above. Well, you can see where her mind goes. What she focuses most on when it comes to summer. She actually hit her. Rather than just scaring at herself and getting in a fetal position in the corner. Is there a piano in the music room? She's getting into the mood of it. And a keyboard isn't a piano. That's not a scary story. You're just blowing warm air in your face. It is a good thing that I'm in a climate that is quite temperate, so it doesn't get overly hot. The human mind is an amazing thing, isn't it? If you can convince yourself that it is cool and the food you're eating is actually delicious, then we can pretty much do anything. Don't make her do anything that is too thinking intensive. Well, why didn't you say earlier? And what is the problem with it? Are you following it around? I think Mugi and Azanyan are getting the most benefit out of it, though. She's the willing sacrifice, then. You're killing it. That is quite the mechanical failure. I really think building a little shrine and thanking it for its good work is going a little overboard. Yeah, it helps you cooling off. Relatively good idea. Get a hammer. You're gonna break the bucket. They're always the first to jump into any activity, aren't they? What, is she your butler or something? I have definitely not made that excuse to get out of doing any manual labour before. And this is exactly... Hopefully their instruments didn't just get covered in water. This is exactly what you want to be doing. You're playing up and fighting in intense heat. Were you, though? If you weren't told no, you probably would. Oh, you was have an idea of putting him into a swimming pool or something. Is the shedding of skin a conscious effort, though? And you know what else? A car has air conditioning. Or maybe she's come up with a great idea to stay cool. Of course. Of course the teacher's room would have aircon. Screw the students, who actually don't do that, but who cares about the students? It'd be too expensive to be installing them in every room. Well, okay then. Sometimes it's nice that she has her emotions so on her sleeve like that, but will the aquarium fit? Why why can't Moogie go, considering it's her place? Or get rid of the teacher, just steal her car. She's doing you the favour already, so don't make her feel worse. Mm-hmm. Like I said in the beginning. Now go hide in the teacher's room. What's with this funky music? No, I thought it was air freshener or something then. It's best not to be playing with switches and levers when it's moving, especially if you don't know what they do. Moogie's house. Don't ask. Plop. Putting up a makeshift blind. It looks adequate. I wouldn't say it looks good. Running back to the cool air. That was creepy. That's... Always keeping Moogie in reserve whenever you need her. When the main assault fails, use a pincer movement with some sweets. Well, they've done it before. If you make a good enough case and there's allocation in the budget, maybe. Let's get an AC as well, then. No. This kind of thing will make it more likely that you don't get what you want. Unless it's opening a drama club. I'm not sure it's the most captivating play I've ever heard. Why does Ritsu play a captured cat really easily? And they weren't informed? Oh. I wonder who might have skirted their duty. Well, short notice at least. But she wouldn't know. Yeah, thought about it. But what you want doesn't mean that you will get. Especially if they try any more of their underhanded business to try and achieve the goal of getting an air conditioner. Denied. Next. I think they didn't get the reason behind this little play along. It's more like a club just sits around snacking and drinking tea. Yes, actually, good point. She's not the best club president, but at least she's enthusiastic. And they're going to come up with all of these counter plans, and it's all going to come to naught because it's going to be immediately accepted. Sit down. Why? It is a club that moves around a lot, so you don't want them getting overly exerted, especially in intense heat. Intense is definitely the atmosphere you can sense here. But even the best made plans fail when they meet the enemy. No, not really. Already making sacrifices for your fellow students. But I prepared answers, just in case. This isn't fair. Someone challenge me. You were only kidding when you got punished. That's too cold. Is that a thing? We don't really have air conditioning in the UK. So I haven't heard of like air conditioning sickness. I guess. Nope. Can't work that one out. It's probably really something simple that I'm overlooking. But all that talk of warm air, sweat, and just, well, overly humid temperatures has actually made me quite warm myself, even with it being end of January, freezing cold, and I think my boiler's actually turned off at the minute, so no heating. So what they were on about at the beginning, where your mind can override it, there is precedent for that. Can I have an episode where they're not just half of it complaining about the heat? Oh, not another fake training. Ooga booga. Once again, another funeral for the teacher, and probably something to scare Mio coming up. It must be nice to have so many issues crop up at once and then not have to actually battle to have any of them sorted out. Air conditioning, the new aquarium, listening to Yui's moaning. But thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure my school actually had a student council. If it did, they definitely weren't in charge of any sort of budgetary requirements. In some schools in the UK, you'd be lucky if the cars parked outside still had their tyres at the end of the day. So, yeah, I think that's not really painting my country in a good light. I do think that that little hint there of what Moogie's house is truly like may actually come to fruition and pay off sometime down the line. We just won't know when. But whatever it is, it gave Star-chan a nice, healthy glow. And since my skin and complexion isn't the greatest, I could probably use something like that. But overall, I think we really need to appreciate just how precious Azunyan is, how she's still reading the Turtle Care Handbook and making sure Yui doesn't do anything to put Ton-chan in danger. If you liked this episode and you want to see more, let me know by leaving a like on the video and a comment down below. Also, there's this thing, you may have heard of it, it's called subscribing to a channel. I did actually have to inform my grandmother on what it means, and no, it is actually free. No, you don't actually have to pay for it. No, it's just like you're getting notifications when... No, it's... I wish I was joking. But age-based technical difficulties aside, keep yourself cool, out of direct sunlight for too long. Get a drink, get some rest. See you in the next one. If you want to help me achieve the air conditioning to my channel, then consider helping me out on Patreon. My patrons Sal, Raywin, Electrican, Denaman1997, Shiwan, Jennifer Rojas, Mecha, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else. And the cool breeze on a sweltering day that keeps me from boiling for another hour. So thank you.